So the Bank of Canada is saying it's going to take the average family 27 years to save enough money to buy a house in Toronto. Let's talk a little bit about what you can do about that. Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining in on this week's Q&A. Such an interesting dilemma we find our first-time home buyers in. The Bank of Canada released a report that said that's going to take the average family or person about 27 years in order to save enough money to buy a house in the city of Toronto. And the reason is because the average home price is now about 1.2 million. Now that's kind of across the board in the GTA. And most families only make $87,000 a year combined total income, which means that in order for them to save 10% a year on that salary, it would take about 27 years in order to be able to afford a down payment on a home. What we really need is an annual income of about $205,000 in order to make that feasible. So what are some things that you can do about that? We talk a lot about some alternatives on this channel, but also sometimes on our podcast, where we look at maybe some other solutions for people if they really want to buy property and can't afford to do it on their own. Maybe co-ownership with someone else, maybe 2 people, 3 people. It's a good option for you even to buy a duplex or a triplex, get in on something together, start building your equity together. I think that's a great alternative. And I know a lot of people want to do it on their own, but sometimes it's just not possible. Other alternatives are to take whatever down payment you can save and buy something outside of the city. It doesn't mean you have to live there. It just means that you're starting to build equity and starting to save somewhere else. Once you do that, you can start to pull some money out from that property because chances are it's going to be making just as much money as it is in the city of Toronto. And then, pull some equity out, buy something else, or sell that property, buy something else, and get what you want. So there are options out there. You have to just be a little bit creative. If you want to buy something, not just in Toronto, but anywhere in the GTA, keep thinking about solutions. They're out there. There's lots of things that you can do. Don't give up and don't read these reports thinking, oh my God, 27 years, I'm never going to be able to do that, because there are different solutions that you can look into. We are happy to help you with those. You know that we're always here to answer your questions if you have them, so please feel free to reach out. And I did mention our podcast, which is the Toronto Real Estate Show with Janelle and Leslie. And, take a listen. New episode drops today. We talk about this particular issue, along with some other things that were headlines in the news this week. So hopefully that's informative. You can always get what kind of information you need there. And of course, please like this video and share it with others that you think might be interested. I hope you have a great day, and we will talk to you soon.